Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collective. I have a little bit of a different video for you guys this week. My dad has spent the last, 3-4 months at this point, cleaning out the basement of all our old toys from the 90s and things like that. There was one part of that collection of cool stuff, of nostalgia, that I've been looking for years, and he finally found it. All of it, really. And that is the Micro Games of America Game Wizards. Now, what is more 90s than this stuff? These guys came out between 1994 and 1996. And they use little cartridges. This is around the time, you gotta remember, of like, keep in mind what would have been out at that time. You would have had Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and it would have reached all the way to N64 and Game Boy Pocket, things like that. And then somewhere in the mix, you guys, they came out with these. And they are ridiculously horrible. They're horrible. But still just like so nostalgic for me. They're so bad that they're good. Super cool to be able to add these back into my collection, to display them, to play them if and when I choose. They're very strange, and I'll explain them, explain it more to you guys here shortly. But these are not the only like versions that you could get. I have Goosebumps here. I have Power Rangers, and then I have Star Wars. Now, again, there are a couple of different kinds that you can get. These are the ones that I had growing up, and they came with these cartridges like this. Now, the screen was in the cartridge and not on the actual, like, the handheld here. It was just like a painting of the game in the background. Now, these have like crazy little beeping noises that they make. The graphics are not good at all. It's worse than the Game Boy. There's only like 3 or 4 different movements per game that you can do. But what is cool is that you can play, like, say my favorite one is this Goosebumps one, right? I can take my Power Rangers games and I can put them right into my Goosebumps, and it'll work right here. This one actually works. My Goosebumps one works the best. So that's the one that I'm going to be displaying for you guys here to show you how it works. I'm trying to find one where you can hear a good sound. I think it was this one. There's still something about putting that cart in. Listen to the noise. Yeah, so let me show you the games that I have here. I'm going to try and get these all together. Now, when you bought these, they came in like plastic, like basically like action figure type things. And you could open them up, and a lot of times they would come with either groups of 2 or groups of 3. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise here. I should have like prepared this beforehand. But I'm going to start with my Star Wars ones here because these are the coolest to me. I'm going to show you some footage of these too, but this is X-Wing Attack. X-Wing Attack, you're basically a little X-Wing and you move back and forth to basically shoot TIE fighters, and you do the best you can. But you only have 3 actions. You have lives. This is probably my favorite, to be honest with you, of all of the games. You have Darth Vader's Revenge. Now, my copy is not working super well. Again, these were in my dad's basement, so they're kind of old, not working super great. And then you have Princess Leia's Rescue. This one looks really cool. I haven't been able to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to do, but it looks like you're basically jumping over platforms and you're avoiding stormtroopers, things like that. And I haven't quite figured out how to avoid the stormtroopers. But yeah, kind of crazy. And then with my Power Rangers, I only have 2 for the Power Rangers. I have Goldar's Revenge, and I'll show you a little footage of this game if I can get it to work. And then I also have Battle for the Power Morpher. Now, this one's kind of cool because you're moving up and down, and you're kind of like shooting the bad guy. I don't know who it is. but you're like shooting them, trying to make them like die, essentially. It's essentially the Star Wars, the X-Wing game, but turned sideways and you're a person shooting. So you'll see there's a lot of similarities between a lot of these games. And I don't remember which one of these is which, but the Goosebumps, I only have 2, and they don't name them on here, which is very strange. They have number 7, and we got number 16. So I'm going to show you a little footage here of number 7. And one of these games is very, very similar to that last, the one for the Power Rangers that I just showed you a little while ago. Very, very similar. And then number 16 is going to look, you know, pretty much identical to all the rest. They're just like, they're gimmicks, right? They're like super 90s. But again, it's super cool for me to get to add these back into my collection because I used to love these growing up. It's just so surprising to me that something like this was out in the market at the time of the Game Boy and the Super Nintendo and the N64. But the 90s was just a different time. It was so much fun. I love this stuff. It's super nostalgic. But thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking this out and going on this weird retro journey with me, back to a time when life was simple. And this is all it took to entertain me. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And until next time, happy hunting.